So this video is extremely important. If you're a new viewer, I urge you to subscribe. Listen to what I have to say. This might be the most important video of your life. Keep in mind they're changing my voice and they're filming me every day because I'm the only one you'll ever come across who's keeping it 100% honest and who is persecuted for the most important reasons. When we look at the protests in Los Angeles, we must understand the situation. They're trying to distract you from something. Yes, immigration is an important issue. It's a huge issue. What is the essence of the issue? Where are they immigrating to? They're immigrating to a country that has turned their back on romantic justice. Gaza, ICE, CRT, DEI, Black Lives Matter, affirmative action, they're all distractions. There's many ways to oppress people and to hold people down with controlled opposition ideas. The main thing they're trying to distract you from right now is that I've proven definitively that the miracles in the Bible are figurative, and I'm the natural leader of all of mankind. They're causing me to stumble on my words. Bear with me. I have a playlist where I prove definitively that I'm the idea that Christ is superimposed on. Okay, Christ in the end of the Bible. Christos meaning the anointed one. Right, Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a warrior. It is a warrior order, not a neo-colonial slave master order. When we look at the Missouri Compromise, when we look at the Indian Removal Act, we look at the Civil War, we look at the history of America, the slave codes, Reconstruction, segregation, the assassination of Martin Luther King in 1968. When we look at the situation, it's clear that the institutions in America are corrupt and evil. They do not have the moral high ground. So why don't people get together and effectively demand a precise plan like my 7-point war on poverty plan? We could easily end poverty in this country. The richer half of America have 164 trillion with a T, trillion in wealth, for just $100 billion, which is peanuts compared to that. We could easily build 1 million units for the homeless, apartment units. For $30 billion, we could build 1 million tiny homes. So why don't they do it? Because the culture, the atmosphere, the philosophy behind economics and politics that runs the whole show is pure evil. It is evil. It's about sexual control. That's why they call it a green card. Green is the color of fertility. So ICE is called that. ICE, right? Justice, injustice, unjust ICE. And ICE stands for immigration and customs, custom enforcement. Think about it. We see in the Bible where Christ, as a character in the story, complains about human rules, customs, and traditions. So why did they embrace customs, especially on the right wing, when they claim to be conservative Christians? Because they're not. They're something else. And what is that something else? They are ritual madness, sexual sadists, control freaks with a Greco-Roman theme. They are the types of people who kill the righteous, who trample the poor, instead of trying to help the righteous and the poor. They say stupid stuff, like get over it. They don't think clearly. People who are like people in boarding schools and Ivy League schools, in the government, in police, in the military, in frats. They're not the type of people who are fit to lead this nation or this planet. They hide from my debates. They censor me. If I'm wrong, why censor me? Why not debate me publicly? Even if you don't believe I'm Christ because you're an idiot, I have a top martial arts challenge I've had since 2013, and I'm in California, not the Ozarks or Alaska or something. I'm in the country with the most martial arts schools in the world, and the state that has the most martial arts schools of any state in that country. This is the main place to compete. And nobody can come close to beating me where it matters most, sparring. The word soar is like the word spar. Spar it in spirit. Spirit to spear something. The sword of scripture. I can go on and on. So as I've proven these things definitively, and the government is distracting you with these issues, we could solve Gaza, Ukraine, immigration easily in like a matter of hours. These things aren't hard to solve, especially if you're a brain surgeon's son, the son of 2 doctors like I am. It's a walk in the park. So why don't they solve it? With all their fancy degrees, why can't they solve it? With 164 trillion stored up in wealth, why won't they pass my 5.4 trillion plan over 30 years, or my 10% redistribution plan over 50 years? If you pass my global food program plan, which would end world hunger, okay, especially working with developed nations to do it, global farming program plan, and my 5.4 trillion plan, someone worth $3 million would pay something like $16,000 a year. Okay, that's not that much money. If you're worth like $30 million, 20 years from now, if you work for $60 million, 20 years from now, you'd have like $83 million instead of $90 million. So what? And world hunger would be either eradicated or all but ended. And homelessness would be ended. And there'd be food programs and job programs and more law enforcement. So why don't they do this? It's extremely affordable. Why won't they do this? Plus AI will, expand the economy, make a bigger economy, and no one knows to what degree. So why won't they do these things? Because their philosophy is evil. And instead of teaching people to be smart in their philosophy classes in college, they teach them stupid Greek stuff and stupid distraction-based stuff. They teach people to be idiots. The word COINTELPRO is a play on words. For pro-intel, for the intelligence organizations, alphabet boys, and CO, where the O is the reproductive cycle. They don't want you to see things in terms of martial intelligence, true wisdom, life smarts, the tree of life. They want you to see things in terms of the tree of knowledge and just being a walking dictionary. When you already have an iPhone where you can look up things, who cares how much people know off the top of their head? It doesn't matter. Like Bruce Lee said, knowing is not enough, one must apply. And like I, the top martial artist ever possible, said many times, righteousness is greater than wealth. They have no viable counterargument for this video, or really anything in my over 16,000 videos I've made in the last 16 years. Please subscribe. See my Proof I'm Christ playlist. The link should be in the description. Thank you.